Hello everyone, welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Arlen Herman. We're here at the CE Week opening party at B&H. We're going to check out the VR room and learn about some innovative technologies. Let's take a closer look. Virtual reality is transforming the way that we learn, connect, and play. And what's really interesting in the market now is that you have different types of VR headsets.
You do.
So walk us through what we have here.
Sure. So the two main types would be something like this, for example. This is the Zeiss VR1. This will actually use a cell phone. In this particular instance, you have a lot more flexibility because unlike other headsets, this will allow you to use multiple brands of cell phones. So Apple iPhone, Android, whatever. You just have to get the right caddy for it. But this is entry-level VR. What's great about this is that it allows everybody to get their toes wet when it comes to getting into virtual reality. For those that were a little hesitant, this is a drop in the bucket price-wise. Most people already have a smartphone, so all you need to do is spend a couple bucks to get a headset like this, and then you're off. Now, this is the Zeiss option. There's a couple more that I can show you. This unit in particular is from LG. Now, this is a different way of doing it. Now, what LG did is, instead of putting the phone inside the caddy, it gave you screens here, although you still have to have the phone in your hand, but it's the same concept otherwise. And then, of course, Samsung has one. It's the Gear VR1. It's a good unit. I personally like that the most.
Yeah. One of the things that you find is comfort.
Yeah.
And every user experience is different. So, especially with the LG, having the phone outside, it feels a little bit weird because the whole idea is immersion. And it feels like if you're sort of toggling and it takes a little bit away.
And that's the thing. The LG is a good idea when it comes to its weight. It's very lightweight. However, you're right. You have to have a phone in your hands the whole time, which keeps you anchored to reality. Which the whole point of virtual reality is to leave it.
Right.
So, that's why I like the Zeiss, and that's why I like the Samsung.
Yeah. And as you're doing the roller coaster, I think we tried it on the Zeiss. You feel there is a difference.
There is a difference.
There is a difference of the way that even the graphics sort of jump out.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, we just tried the solar system and different type of experience. Where do you see virtual reality going in the next year?
Virtual reality in the next year will be very common. It's going to be as common as a smartphone was back in 2008. So 2007, you saw the birth of the iPhone. A year later, it seems like everyone had a smartphone in that instance. Now, that virtual reality is becoming more and more inexpensive, but better as far as quality is concerned. More and more people are going to want that for artistic purposes, filmmaking, television, game playing, therapy, lots of stuff. Right. Literally every facet of human life, except for maybe eating or do something actually physical, can use a virtual reality headset in some way.
Right. And one of the things that also, you alluded to it, that the cost of creating a virtual reality immersive experience has come down dramatically. So now you can, even with 360 Fly coming out with their 4K for about $4.99.
Yeah, so cheap.
And other marketers are now coming out with 360 cameras, and the fact that Facebook now allows 360, YouTube allows 360 in VR. So we're seeing a really transformation of the industry.
Absolutely right, and it does help that guys like Mark Zuckerberg invested heavily into virtual reality. So because of those individuals pumping so much money into things that we already use every day, like Facebook and anything social, it's just going to be a natural bridge for this stuff, because they're gonna make social interactions with our friends and our family a lot more VR friendly. You're going to see that with Skype. That's going to be the most apparent one right away. That's going to be the best thing since the video chat, since Google Hangouts, I think.
Yeah, I think that once we get comfortable about this, it always takes a little bit of time for people to get comfortable putting something on their head.
Yeah.
But we're seeing that's where kind of the industry is going, and making the graphic cards better in phones, and making it easier. And
I tell you, as things get more powerful but smaller, these headsets that you have to put on your face are going to be whittled down to almost nothing. Right. So at one point, I'd say even within the next 20 years, it'll just be either a simple contact or something very small that goes over your eyes, or if at all, maybe it's a neural thing. I'm not sure, but it's going to get smaller. This is actually a lot smaller than it used to be. I mean, VR headsets only 10 years ago were gigantic. And as cell phone technology got more powerful, VR was able to catch up accordingly.
One of the great things that I kind of go back to is the ViewMaster.
Yeah.
That was the original VR, right? Man. And the fact that actually Mattel has their own ViewMaster VR, and I have it, and it's just funny to see, when you look back of what things were.
And like old school, man.
Yeah,
that's how we like it. The old is new, and the new is still new.
Still new, right?
Yeah.
And so, what are the ranges of prices?
All right. So in the Gear VR, let me show you what this looks like here. This is the unit from Samsung. If you have a Samsung phone, flagship 2015 or higher, you're able to use the Gear VR. This is only $99. If you already have the phone, it's a $99 investment. That's really all it is. It's very fun. If you don't have the phone already, you can get something like the Zeiss VR1. That only costs you about $120. And then you spend $5 or $7 to get the plate of your choice, put the phone in. But very inexpensive. Most headsets are going to be under $200. That's not talking about premium, but we'll get into that later on.
Things are going to get very interesting, to say the least.
I agree. And the next couple of years are going to be great for the entertainment industry. It's a renaissance in the entertainment world, especially in the art world. I've seen some great stuff coming out of a lot of brilliant minds that you could not have without a VR headset. So it's going to be amazing in the future.
Great, thank you.
Anytime, sir. Cheers.
As you can see, virtual reality is going to transform where we learn, connect, and play. This is Aaron Herman, and thank you for watching.